This is the OBSBOT Tail 2 camera. I have it rigged out for when I'm streaming on the go, but when I'm at home, I like to connect this to my kit back here, and I like to power it in combination with this. This is the Elgato Stream Deck Plus. Now, you could use any Elgato Stream Deck, but the Plus just gives it a little bit of extra that I did not know I needed. But like when you're calling upon Captain Planet, when your powers combine, these two devices are just the end game of streaming. Let's talk about it. What's up? I'm Joe. This is Mod2Excel, and today we're going to take a look at the OBSBOT Tail 2 in combination with the Elgato Stream Deck, or Stream Deck Plus in this case. So if you have any questions on how to get these set up for your own setups, leave it in the comments below. If you end up liking this video, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all the self-promotion. Now, as far as sponsors, here's your disclosure. This video is sponsored by OBSBOT. They reached out to me. We talked about making this video together, and they don't get to see it. They don't get to make any things, but they did reach out to me to make this video. So there's your little disclosure. Now, I particularly, without being paid, I love the OBSBOT Tail 2 camera. I use it for all my streams, all my recordings, anything at the desk, unboxings. It's my primary camera of choice. And the reason why I love it so much is being able to combine it with something like the Stream Deck. And having a native plugin just gives you so much more control that not even the remote that OBSBOT sells, to me, feels enough compared to the Stream Deck. So in this video, we're going to cover how to set up the Stream Deck, how to download the plugin, how to connect it to your OBSBOT camera, and how all the different controls that you can do in order to control your stream from wherever you're at. Whether you are working on a laptop, working on a desktop device like I am, if you want to control your streams, control your recordings, all that's going to be done in this video. So I'll try to leave some time segments as well, so if you want to skip ahead. Otherwise, if I don't cover anything, make sure, like I said, leave a comment. Now, with all that technical stuff out of the way, let's get into the video. For full transparency, you get a background video here. You're going to get the screen recording of as I set this up, as well as the video feed from the Tail 2 here, so you can see just how it controls the video feed directly into Capture or streaming software like Mel Studio or OBS. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with Fresh. Now, you could do it with the Stream Deck, or you could do it with the Stream Deck Plus. It really doesn't matter. Excel, it all changes. I like the Plus only because it allows you to have a lot more control. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my Plus here. I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new page. Okay. Now, in order to get the OBSBOT camera connection, you want to go ahead and click on the marketplace icon. It's going to take you to here. And you're just going to go ahead and type in OBSBOT. And then by default, you're going to see by Remotech the OBSBOT webcam app. We're going to click on that, and then it'll get you the option to download it. In my case, I've already had it, so I'm just going to go ahead and open my Stream Deck. Once it gets loaded in, it'll load in for you down here. Where is it? OBSBOT camera. Perfect. And now you get options to set webcam properties, adjust webcam properties, or reset webcam properties. Now, this is where the vital piece comes in. So if you click on one of these typical buttons, you do get the option to drop in any of these features. Now, with the dials, though, you only get adjust webcam. And there's some reason for that. So we'll kind of explain them all. First things first, we are going to go ahead and go to the OBSBOT webcam. I'm going to do some set webcam properties here. And I'm just going to throw a bunch around here for you. And the reason being is I like to use as much as I can. Okay. Now, one of the coolest features of all is you get to pick a webcam. Now, I have multiple different OBSBOT cameras, and the one thing you're going to notice with the Tail 2 is going to come up in two versions. There's a Tail 2U and a Tail 2N. The N is going to be over network. So if you're connecting via like SDI or RTMP, if it's on the same network wirelessly, you could connect it via that way. Since I'm connecting via USB, I'm going to go ahead and select the USB method. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the tail to U, and then I can select the property. Within this property, you have multiple options. So if you use the preset positions, so if you actually use the native OBSBOT Center app like this, now you can control everything through here, but the Stream Deck just makes it so much easier. So if you built in your different presets, right? So if I go in here and add a bunch of different presets, I can now choose those preset options through my Stream Deck, and I can select which position I want. So now I could go ahead and say, hey, here's position 1, tail 2, preset position, position 2. And now I can control my camera back and forth with the press of a button. So if we go ahead and switch over to my Meld Studio view, I'm going to go ahead and click on 1. It moves it that way. Let me move this monitor out of the way for you here. And when I press 2, it zooms into like if I'm talking about the product, like this cool Vital Times issue from my eggs. See? Vital Times, welcome to the egg room. And then I can go ahead and press 1 again, and it quickly switches back to that preset position. Now, let's say I want to make micro adjustments to my device, right? I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these again, find my camera, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose, where is it, gimbal move. Now I could choose whether I'm moving it up. I just like to reset these here for quicker actions. Move it down, move it left, and move it right. And this is typically what I actually custom set up. So now if I want to make micro adjustments, I can actually hit the button on the Stream Deck and move the camera up, move the camera down, move it left, and move it right. How cool is that? You also have options as far as like zoom. So in this case, if I wanted to have a preset zoom button. Oh my God, that's so far. There it is. So I can go ahead and copy this, paste, and on this zoom, it'll be 0. So I can go ahead and, let's say I want to control my zoom with a manual touch. I could actually go ahead and move my camera over, and then I can hit a button, and then automatically do the zoom. So you can really come in close to me here. I know, that's insane. Why would you want to see my face and eyes like this? That doesn't make sense. So there is an option like that you can control. But maybe you don't want that instant zoom. Maybe you want to control the zoom yourself. That's where the dial stack comes into play. So I can go ahead on the dial stack, drop into adjust webcam. And I have different selections of properties, in this case, like zoom. And I could choose how big of a step I want to go. Do I want to go a small increment or larger increments here? So with leaving it at 1, I can now go ahead and drop my webcam, and I could use that dial to twist the dial and control my zoom. So let's say we want to change other things. Maybe I want to change my contrast or my compensation. So I could do the same thing with the compensation. So if I'm using right now, I'm auto exposure. Let's say it's a little too bright. I want to darken it up. I could change that with a dial or with the dial here. And I could go ahead and change that compensation here with a quick touch of a button. Let's say I want to put all my camera adjustments on one thing. I could create a dial stack, and now I can make multiple different options. So maybe I want to control the brightness, and maybe I want to control the contrast. So now I could go ahead and make adjustments to my exposure. Then I go ahead and I could turn down the brightness, and I could turn up the contrast, or turn it down. Like so. all with a touch of a button, or in this case, a dial. Other options that I like to play with are human tracking mode. So let's say I want to go ahead and I'm going to switch this here. And I want to turn on human tracking mode. And I'm going to do single person. Let's say I want to turn on recording. So now I can control recording directly in the camera. So if I go ahead and hit recording, the camera is now recording onto the SD card built into the camera. Now, if I want to do human tracking, I can turn this on, and now it's going to track me wherever I go. So it's going to follow me. See, I'm recording with this camera. Dude, this lighting looks good. So if I want to move, maybe I want to play guitar for a stream. Oh my God, my bass is so dusty. I know. Uh-oh, you lost me. So here's a perfect example. The camera lost me. Now I can come to my Stream Deck, hit position 1, and it can move itself at a very slow speed and find me. All without having to actually go through the app. Turn human tracking back on. So now I can sit here and jam out. I don't know what I'm playing. I'm playing stuff. But the whole purpose is that I can move with this camera and control through the Stream Deck. That's everything you could do with the Stream Deck. And you can control. And the nice thing is, even if you don't have the Tail 2, maybe you have the Tail Air, or even if you have, let's say, the Tail, in this case, do another one here. Maybe you have the Tail 2 or the Tiny 2. You could do the same options. Hopefully you found this video useful on how to connect your OBSBOT cameras, specifically like the Tail 2, to something like the Stream Deck, or in my case, the Stream Deck Plus. If you have a Stream Deck or a Stream Deck Plus, I definitely say download the plugin. It's free on the Elgato Marketplace, and it just opens a world to the things that you could do or program with your Tail cameras. But as always, if you have questions, please leave them below. Otherwise, give the video a like, subscribe, and otherwise, I'm Joe. This is Mod2Excel, and go ahead and click on one of these videos because I'm sure you'll probably like it. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.